again, and it's told at my own expense a little bit. But the first time I came, I was invited to come. I think it might have been in 2003 or 4. I sort of expected I would come to a modest dinner and see some very interesting stories about business, and that's kind of what I thought I would encounter. And I arrived, I'm not sure it was right here, but I arrived at this dinner, and in the room there were probably 500 or 600 people. Every single bank and major financial institution was represented, and I was then treated to an evening of the most amazing stories of the people who won awards. People who had come to Canada relatively recently, perhaps with not very much, but through the strength of their own ingenuity and enterprise and perseverance, had ended up running these marvelous businesses, employing, of course, themselves and providing for their families, but also employing many other Canadians. And I've told that story over and over again across the city, not at Tamil gatherings, quite frankly, because you know this to be the case, but I've told it as evidence of the fact that this is a community that in so many ways, and I'll make brief reference to them just in my remarks this evening, but in so many ways, including in business and in enterprise, has made a huge contribution to the well-being of this city and of this country. And I'm here to just reiterate the fact that I know that, I understand that, I congratulate you for that, and I congratulate in particular the award winners who are being acknowledged this year, who are representative of so thriving a community. In fact, I saw back in the day when I first started coming to this dinner, the directory of businesses, which now takes at least 2 people to carry one copy because it's so heavy, with 1,000 different names in it. It's an amazing, amazing testament to the strength of the business community. You know, the story of people who came, and I had the privilege, as some of you know, to visit Sri Lanka 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a beautiful country, and I was so warmly received there, as I've been by this community here in Toronto every time I've gone anywhere. But the whole story of people coming to Canada with very little in many times, escaping an absolutely unacceptable situation there in terms of how people were treated, and then deciding that they weren't going to let any of that get them down, but that they were going to not only make a big success of themselves in business, but also make such a big contribution to the community. It's a remarkable story. I had the privilege of going to the walkathon last year, and there's another event, as the President mentioned, where this organization has raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for one of our hospitals here in the city and made a proud contribution that, again, only brings honor to the Tamil community in this city. And I will tell you one other thing. I've had the chance to go to dozens, I won't be exaggerating, dozens of graduation ceremonies from the programs that people largely from the Tamil community arrange for their kids. And this is something that is quite remarkable and actually stands as an example to people who lived in Canada a lot longer, including me, as to how you can be excellent parents and raise excellent children. In fact, when I'd gone to the one last year, that was the graduation for kids with this active brain, where you have to do all the mathematics in your head, where they're going, 12 times 16 divided by 6 times 3 plus 4 times 19, and they go, what's the answer? They go 47, and it's right. And I'm thinking to myself, how did they do that? I'm looking under the table to see if there's a computer there. These are smart kids. You are encouraging them, shall I say, to go to those programs. They're going to be a great success, and you're such good parents, and I tell that story all the time around the community too. So I just want to say how proud I am now, because this is the first time I've been to this dinner as the Mayor of Toronto, how proud I am to be the Mayor of a city that is itself a beacon across the world of respect for each other, of embracing diversity, of a place where people can come as refugees and can establish themselves and can make such a big contribution to every aspect of life in this city, political, cultural, social, and business, and many other things. I want to just say thank you. I want to say thank you for being so supportive of me and in my job that I have now, and thank you for everything that you do for this city and for this country. Nandri, thank you very much.